Hello, this is Max again. It is cold and dreary and depressing outside, and I'm having the urge to do one of my Max 5s. Um, this is basically 5 points that might point you out whether you're a liberal Christian, a conservative fundamentalist Christian, or a moderate Christian. And I'm a moderate. I'm liberal on some issues, conservative on others. And I truly believe that to be Christian, you can't be left, you can't be right. You have to be on the path of God. And I know some Republicans like kind of tease me. The only thing in the middle of the road are dead skunks. Christians equate moderateness with the Church of Laodicea in Revelations 3:15. I know your works, that you are neither cold nor hot. I wish you were cold or hot. So then, because you are lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will vomit you out of my mouth. Now, I think that's more about faith. I mean, either be an unbeliever and be totally cold and don't have Christ in your heart, or be hot, full of passion, full of love for the Lord and love of your fellow man, and not be like, I go to church on Sunday, but other than Sunday, I really don't give it a second thought. That's lukewarm. But I love the Lord. And I know sometimes I don't give him as much attention as I should. I mean, the spirit is willing, the flesh is weak. But, so this is basically to put, are you a liberal? Are you a fundamentalist? Or are you a moderate Christian? Number one, liberal Christians believe that Bush should have been impeached for possible breaking the War Powers Act, possibly lying about weapons of mass destruction, possibly having federal attorneys fired because they wouldn't do political motivated investigations. But yet they didn't think Bill Clinton should be impeached because of a sexual personal matter, even though he lied and had Monica Lewinsky lie under oath. Conservatives, fundamentalist Christians, were one of the impediments of impeaching Clinton over the Monica Lewinsky thing. But they were silent about possible abuses of the George Bush administration. Moderates believe that Bush should have been investigated. There should have been in-depth investigation on possible abuses. I still believe that there should be. If laws were broken, there should be prosecutions. But I also believe that Bill Clinton was rightfully impeached. I personally believe he should have been impeached on the Chinese campaign contributions, because I also believe that if he was impeached on that, we would have probably had, Al Gore would probably have been impeached on that as well. Now, liberal Christians are concerned about the economic inequality, that people, depending on where they live, depending on who they're born to, they don't have the same chance as everyone else. And there's a huge income inequality gap, especially among the races. But yet, they don't really care that much about abortion and trying to keep abortion, if not ending it, making it illegal, making it as rare as it can possibly be without making it illegal. And conservatives, fundamentalists, are the forefront of the new abolition movement of abortion. But yet, they don't seem to care about the welfare of racial inequality, because they in order to do this, there has to be some give and take financially, and that's where the financial conservatives, the economic conservatives, and the social conservatives have married. Moderates agree both. Agree that abortion is a terrible, terrible sin. I believe it's infanticide. I mean, I do believe that if the mother is going to die and so the baby's going to die as well, then that is the only time. I'm also wrestling over rape and incest. I mean, because that's 9 months of torture for the victim. Number 3, and this goes to the other number 2. Liberals care about the welfare of the fellow man, but don't talk about eternal salvation. Conservatives talk about their souls and a lot of hellfire and brimstone, but nothing about the kingdom here on earth. Nothing about using the power that God gave us to make the world a better place. Moderates talk about both, although I am not that good at the eternal salvation, talking about that, than I am about talking about the welfare of man, although I'm working on it. Number 4. Actually, it's going to be 6. Number 4. Liberal Christians have no thought about the second coming. And conservatives are almost obsessed with it to the detriment of everything else. Taking better care of the planet that God gave us, taking better care of our fellow man, etc. Moderates are awake. They are looking for the signs, but they are continuing doing God's work here on earth while awaiting his return. And I mean, his return could be in 5 years. It could be in 500 years. It could be in another 5,000 years. We do not know. I think it's closer. I think it's going to be closer than farther away. But we have to continue doing God's work. It's not all about just spreading the word. I mean, if we spread the word but do not live it, that makes us hypocrites. Number 5. Liberals have pastors like Jeremiah Wright, Robin Myers, and conservatives have like Pat Robertson, John Hagee, etc. And we need to merge. We need to find pastors to find what is right about the preaching of Jeremiah Wright. He is right about the income inequality. He is right about how the government has rigged the system. But he is not right about a lot of other stuff. He's not right about like saying that like God is damning us for this, and that and Pat Robertson and Franklin Graham have a lot right about the personal relationship with Christ, and about the salvation, and about the joy that you can feel in that. But yet, a lot of like the economic policies, the policies of the welfare of the fellow man, and saying that 9/11 was because of homosexuals, abortionists, feminists, things like that. If Pat Robertson was right about that, the 9/11 we're being because we're damned. The Jeremiah is right that we're being punished because of how we've been treating our fellow man. If it's either, it must be both. And last, we need that Jesus was our Savior, but Jesus also was a teacher. He is both. What are you?